I'm really excited to be here. It's really good to see all of you. It's good to see new faces like Sarah's and old faces like Jared's and new faces like Mary Galvan, who's one of my very favorite Sunday school students, and Taylor's face and Ashley's face.
Pretty faces.
Beautiful faces like Jose's and bald heads like Adam's. It's good who we love very much. It's really good to be here among you guys. Usually I get to stand up here and have a lot of fun, call the ducks home, and I get to stand up and do fun activities like the armor activity. And I love doing that. I get to teach really cool classes, and I love doing that, but I have a testimony, and it's a good one. So I should not be crying, but I feel it. I'll get it over with now. I feel really strongly. I want you to know that I'm here because of the work God did in me. I was lucky. I was born, you know how Nephi writes, if you open up the Book of Mormon and you read in the beginning of Nephi, it says, I, Nephi, having been born of goodly parents or godly parents, and I was one of those people. I was born into the church. I was born with godly aunts who set good examples. Parents who drug me to reunions. I got to travel all over the place, and I learned in the very beginning about baptism, and I learned about the armor, and I learned about those very important things. I was 11 years old, laying in bed one Saturday morning, and I can still see where my bed was in the room, and the attic fan was going, and I heard a voice, and the voice said to me, "It's time to be baptized." And I knew baptism was right, and I thought, okay, if this is God, call me again. So I got up and got about my business. 2 weeks later, same place, same bed, same attic fan, and I heard a voice, and it said, "It's time to be baptized." And so I was. From that time on, things changed and things didn't change. I was surrounded by good people. I had a youth group. We didn't have a camp. But even in the midst of those things, I had to make a decision to put on the armor and to use the tools of the warfare that God gave us. I had a mom who said to me, "You need to pray about who you're going to marry." And I would think, I'm 11 years old. I'm not going to get married. I'm going to travel. I'm going to go to college. I'm going to be a lawyer, and I will not have time to get married. But my mom said, "You need to pray about who you're going to marry." And so I did, kind of half-heartedly. Well, this guy came along, to my parents' dismay, because he was really old. And I've been praying all my life about who I was supposed to marry. You know what? You're going to hear that this week. There's a class on dating. There's a class on marriage. There's a class on right womanhood, prime rib. There's a class on women of the Bible where women didn't have the choice to choose who they were going to marry. They were betrothed at 3 years old and married off because there was money and there was a need to bear children. But I got to choose. And those prayers of at 11 years old and 15 years old and 17 years old and 18 years old, they paid off. It's a big deal for me to say to my friends in my college class, I've been married for 21 years, because most of them have been divorced long before that time ever came. And it was because I chose to use one of the weapons of warfare that God gives us. Communication with our commander-in-chief. I didn't always choose to listen, and things got hard. I didn't always update my antivirus. But there was always a way back. There was always a way back, and it was on my knees, seeking God. So I want you to go home. I want your armor bright and shining and ready for the battle. I want you to seek your orders. Seek guidance. Because I can tell you from my own life that those were the smartest things I ever did. And I'm really thankful for them.